Right then, this is just a quick walk around video, and this is for Honda CRZ. It's the GT model, top of the range. Finished in black, as you can see, with these lovely optional Honda alloys fitted to the car. Finished in black with the standard leather interior. The car looks absolutely fantastic, as it should, with just 28,000 miles on the clock. Front of the car, lights, lenses, completely clear, intact, very clean on the front. As you'd expect with such a low mileage, there's hardly a mark, hardly a stone chip of note anywhere on it. You know, wonderfully clean. Near side of the car first, passenger side rather. Again, really clean and smooth in the panels. Front wing, pretty much unmarked there. Probably only really, and the most obvious candidate for it, near side front alloy there. You have got some light curbing right on the outside edge. Be very easy to get rid of if you wanted to, or get a company to do it, because it's just the outside edge that needs treating basically. Panels are really nice. Near side rear, again, that one's lovely and clean. Come around the back of the car. Oh, absolutely superb around the back. And then round to the off side of the car, driver's side. Again, panels lovely and smooth down the flanks there. Offside rear alloy, absolutely unmarked. And then the remaining panel works absolutely fantastic. Final alloy, again, absolutely beautiful. So really only the near side front alloy has any kind of marks on it, but because it looks absolutely fantastic, it really does. Coming into the boot area, they have really big boots. You've got to think of it as a practical two-seater, and it is a very practical two-seater. It's a hopeless four-seater, but that's by the by. In the back here, again, looks pretty much as new. All the plastic's absolutely beautiful. Whoever had the car before fitted this load cover, which means the carpeted area underneath, again, just looks factory fresh. In all honesty, as I say in the videos and I did in mine, all I did was to basically drop this seat down forward, and you end up with an absolutely huge boot in there. It really is a fabulous looking vehicle. As you can see up there, you've got that lovely glass panoramic roof, which adds so much natural light into the car. So coming to the passenger door card, looks absolutely as new. Interiors, just looks absolutely fantastic on the car. It really does. I just love the interiors of these. Footwell areas, again, lovely and clean. And passenger seat, it's in fantastic order. So driver's door card, again, looks absolutely superb. So I've got the key thing in a way. Take that out. Driver's seat again. Oh, really nice. So inside the car now, engine's running, so dashboard can be seen illuminated. The dash looks in absolutely beautiful condition, as you'd expect with such a low mileage on the car. Lovely high quality interior, as you'd expect from Honda. All beautifully done and working exactly as it should as well. Coming around to the dashboard, and I'll just pan in there for you, hopefully you can see 28,776 miles, and that's the view you get. It's just a fantastic looking dashboard, and again, all working exactly as intended. You've got the three different power modes of the engine, which I explained in the following road test video. Always starts in normal. If you press the sport button, you can see that red hue now in the centre of the rev counter there. That looks absolutely superb. Video is quite often the case doesn't really do justice to how the interior of the car looks in terms of the dashboard area itself. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key are both here and present with the car. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for Honda CRZ GT model. This particular car is registered DA61OOV, and mileage at the start of the road test is 28,769 miles. The reason we do the road test is basically so that anyone that's looking at this car in an advert online actually gets to see the very car in operation. Yeah, basically we know just how frustrating it is to go and see a car which looks, fantastic in the photos, and in the description, only to find when you get there it's got a fundamental problem which you clearly should have been told about before setting off. So hence that's why we do the videos for you. Videos are also done, by the way, on these lovely quiet country roads very close to our premises, so hopefully it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if after test driving the car. Coming to the car itself, obviously with a low mileage and the way it's been maintained, you'd expect it to drive nicely, and it genuinely it does. It feels as fresh as the mileage would suggest. Engine bursts into life with just press of the button to start a motor as such on these cars. But just a lovely unit, and the way the hybrid system and engine work together is absolutely seamless in operation. And Honda have been doing this for a long time, and it's an incredibly durable and reliable system as well, by the way. But it's just the way it works. I mean, it's it gives really good economy, but it's got the whole point of the CRZ is to be a fun car, and that's exactly what it achieves. You get all the reliability you'd expect from a Honda vehicle, but packaged in this fantastic setup. Engine, by the way, always starts when you start the engine. It goes into what they call normal mode, because you've got three modes of driving. You've got normal, economy, if you like, and the sport modes. If you really want to maximise your economy, then yes, economy and normal are fine. I just feel as though it takes the edge off the car. I had one of these, and I tried to get all the economy the manufacturers claim you could get, and did get, by the way, but only by driving it very gently. And it kind of spoiled the drive for me, really, in all honesty. Now whenever I have them, and I've owned quite a few of them, I always get in the car, and the first thing I do is press the sport button at the top there. It immediately, you can feel it on the throttle straight away. The pickup is vastly different. Everything becomes much more immediate. The steering weight's up. It's just a totally different feel to the car, and it's definitely the mode of choice when you get into them, by the way, because what you lose in economy is disproportionate to the sort of the fun element from driving the vehicle. But the engine itself has just got put your foot down, it's got that lovely kind of rorty intake sound that you get from Honda cars. It's just a glorious sound. Very smooth, of course, but just to say that sporty edge, which is just fantastic on the car. Just worth pointing out, by the way, no warning lights on the dashboard at all that relate to the engine or any other part of the car. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car, absolutely perfect, smooth, silent in operation. A bite point is exactly where it should be on the vehicle. Next part, gearbox. I maintain this is one of Honda's very finest gearboxes in any of their cars. It's pretty much perfect. The weighting of the gear change, the synchromesh, the selection, the accuracy, the shortness of throw, you name it, it's got absolutely everything any enthusiast would want from a gearbox on a car. You cannot get lost in the gearbox at all. It's the spring in between the gears. It's just brilliantly done, and a lot of effort and time has gone into making it feel this good. And Honda should be applauded for what I think one of the great manual gearboxes in this car. Incidentally, I feel absolutely no wear in the gear linkage at all, of course, you wouldn't expect with this mileage. Steering of the car, again, I'm going to eulogise about this car because I love them. It's, again, just pretty much perfect. It feels tight, taut, can't feel any wear in it at all. Track's absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations that come through the steering wheel at this speed, at any speed up to the legal limit, by the way. But it matches the chassis absolutely perfectly. It's quick, it's direct, absolutely precise and accurate. And I've been lucky enough to drive a couple of these on race circuits, so I know just how good it feels at the limit as well. It is just
brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Because what you don't want, if it's too quick, too sharp, you end up with a really nervous car, especially at higher speeds. And this just flows with the steering, you know, when you're on the limit of grip. The chassis, of course, you know, is perfectly matched to that as well, because it is, you would never believe just driving along now how agile and how good the handling is, because it feels almost too comfortable. It rides really, really beautifully, but it's the dynamic edge to it is, you know, I really do liken it to kind of an 80s or 90s hot hatch. It's got that immediacy of change of direction, that fun element. When you push it, you know, it responds as a lightweight car should. Too many cars are far too heavy these days, or feel that at least anyway, because they try and engineer them in to feel heavy and substantial, and it's only an engineered feel. It's not necessarily the case, of course, but this is just absolutely brilliant. It really is. When you hit the bumps, like there, by the way, no kind of nasty mechanical noises. It's all exactly as it should be. No kind of chatterings or knockings at all. Brakes in the car, by the way, absolutely perfect. Again, it just, you know, hit the brake pedal. Like now, it's a solid brake pedal on the car. There's no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal at all, and it pulls it nice and straight as well. Looking around inside the car, yeah, it's just a beautiful place to sit and operate a car. This two-tone interior works beautifully. As I said before, they've nicked a lot of their styling cues and elements for the interior texturing and look from BMW, and that's not a bad thing really, because BMW do this so well. So the shading for the trim on the seat and the dashboard, and the contrast between that and the black upper dash is absolutely brilliant, but all beautifully put together, of course, as you'd expect from Honda. Being a GT model, of course, you get the panoramic glass roof with the blind you can pull across, and that really adds a lot of extra natural light into the vehicle, which is absolutely lovely on sort of darker days in particular. And this lighter interior also sort of brightens the whole thing up as well. Everything, by the way, working exactly as it should inside the car. Air conditioning's absolutely ice cold. All the dials, all the gauges, all the instruments working absolutely perfectly as well. Cruise control, just show it there, again, all working exactly as intended. Steering wheel looks and feels pretty much as new in hand as well, by the way. As I said at the start of the video, the point of them is literally just to show you the car in operation, and it drives without any fault at all. It drives absolutely beautifully, and having had enough of them to know how they should drive, if there's something wrong, it would shout out straight away on test drive, and there's nothing to report back other than whoever's lucky enough to get this one will be driving a really lovely car with very low mileage, and hopefully get as much fun from it as I do.